So, today we're going to dive into a really clever AI tool called Agent Flutter. It's basically designed to be your own personal public speaking coach, turning that feeling of just practicing into real, actual progress.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You're getting ready for a huge presentation or a job interview, and who's your audience? The wall. You're just talking to a wall, repeating yourself. But are you actually getting any better? It's hard to say.
And that right there, that's the real problem. When you're practicing in the dark, without any kind of feedback loop, you're pretty much just guessing. You could be saying and like every other word, pausing in weird places, or just rambling on and on without even knowing it. It's not just frustrating, it's a super inefficient way to improve.
So what's the fix? Well, this is exactly where Agent Flutter steps in. It's a really slick, techie solution that's built to give you the exact feedback you've been missing all along.
Just think of it like a daily workout, but for your speaking skills. It's this accessible AI system that listens to you, breaks down how you talk, and then guides you. It creates this simple but really powerful cycle of improvement that you can actually fit into your everyday life.
Okay, but you might be wondering why a whole team of AI agents, right? Why not just one massive, super smart AI to do everything? Well, it turns out that good coaching is actually a bunch of very different, specialized jobs.
And this really breaks it down for us. Instead of having one AI model try to juggle everything at once, a multi-agent system gives each part of the job to a specialist. You've got one agent just for creating topics, another for transcribing, a third for the analysis, and a fourth to remember everything. It just makes the whole system so much cleaner, way more effective, and a lot easier to build on later. It's like having a dedicated coaching staff instead of just one person trying to do it all.
All right, so let's actually meet this personal coaching team, shall we? When you think about the agents this way, the tech behind it all starts to feel a lot more intuitive.
So here's the basic workflow. It's a simple 4-step pipeline. It starts with a topic, you give your little speech, it gets analyzed, and then your progress gets logged. Each agent does its job and then cleanly hands off the results to the next one. So let's peel back the layers on each of these. First up, you've got the topic generator. Its one and only job is to solve that classic, what do I even talk about problem. Every single day, it serves up a fresh, simple prompt. That way you can stop worrying about the what and focus completely on the how you say it.
Okay, so once you've recorded your answer, the scribe gets to work. You can think of it as the transcription agent. Its whole job is to just listen super carefully and turn what you said into a clean, accurate text file. And that text becomes the raw material for the next agent in line.
And here it is, the star of the show, the analyst. This is your main coach. It digs into that transcript and finds all those little habits that trip us up. You know, the filler words like and basically, those long, awkward pauses, and any grammar mistakes. This is where the real coaching magic happens.
And the last member of the team is the memory agent. And honestly, this is what makes the whole system a real game changer. It's not about just getting feedback once. This agent stores your metrics every single day, so you can actually see how you're improving over time. It makes the whole experience personal.
All right, so we've talked a lot about the how, the tech behind it all. But what does this actually feel like to use? Let's walk through what that daily 1-unit workout looks like.
You get your prompt, you hit record, and this comes out. And look, this is totally normal, right? This is how real people talk when we're thinking on the spot. It's a perfectly natural, unpolished thought. And this is exactly the kind of raw audio that gets fed into the system.
And then almost instantly, bam, you get this report back. It's super clear and objective. It's not judging you, it's just showing you the facts. 4 filler words, a long pause right at the 23-second mark, a run-on sentence. All of a sudden, those little mistakes you couldn't hear yourself are right there in black and white, and now you can actually do something about them. And this is where you see the impact so clearly. The system doesn't just point out your mistakes, it shows you a better way. On the left, you've got that rambling first draft. And on the right, a sentence that's clear, confident, and direct. It's a subtle change, but wow, the difference in how it lands is massive. And this is where that memory agent really shines. You get to see your progress. Watching that filler word count drop from 6 to 4 and then down to 2 over just a few days, that's not just data, that's motivation. It's solid proof that your 1-minute-a-day habit is actually making a real difference. Okay, so let's pull back for a second and look at the big picture here. What's the ultimate point of all this? Well, the name of the project kind of gives it away.
You see, at the end of the day, this whole thing isn't really about fixing your grammar or cutting out filler words. Those are just the symptoms. The real goal is to build that rock-solid confidence that comes from knowing you can communicate your ideas clearly. That's the kind of self-assurance that truly makes a difference.
And that's the journey right there. That's why it's called Agent Flutter. It's designed to take you from those nervous flutters, that hesitation, that guesswork, and guide you into a state of flow, where your words come out with clarity, confidence, and real structure.
So, I'll just leave you with this thought. We often think that getting better at something like public speaking has to mean hours of classes or some intense workshop. But what if the real secret isn't intensity, but consistency? What if just one single, focused minute each day could fundamentally change how you speak and show up in the world?